Hey, it's Kat Spanta here, and I'm coming to you from the beaches of Costa Rica in Playa Flamingo. And I'm cutting this video for you actually to do just a short review actually of the Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Body. Let me just put my flip-flops down. I just did a run. I'm not really very sweaty though. The 4-Hour Body, the slow carb diet. So, I actually wrote a post about this, which you can check out. Pretty much, I used to live in Toronto, Canada, and I've been involved with health and fitness for like a decade. I struggled with weight. I had a lot of food allergies, intolerances. I grew up on a wheat-based diet. I'm Polish, so a lot of bread, a lot of flour, a lot of oil. And because of that, I had certain imbalances. I definitely believe that, no one diet is right for everyone. You have to take parts and see what your body actually adapts well with. But I did experiment with a lot of different diets when I first started because I just didn't know a lot about my body. I went to university, I gained like 50 pounds. I didn't know where from all of a sudden, and I realized I didn't know anything about my body. So that's began my fitness journey. I tried, the CKD diet, cyclical ketogenic diet. I tried the South Beach diet, Atkins diet, my own diet. And what happened though was that I learned about my body. I learned, what kind of foods are good. But I definitely came from the standpoint of experimentation. So when I found Tim Ferriss and I found the 4-Hour Body, I loved it because of the way that Tim Ferriss approaches things. He experiments, he sees what works, he sees how his body responds, he actually tests things, and that's how I have actually always approached training, diet, everything. I have to see for myself what actually works for me. And each person, I think, should do that. You should figure out what your body actually needs. And I started with the slow carb diet just because I wanted to see. I had a pretty regular training schedule back then. I was doing a lot of weight training, strength training, running maybe up to 5Ks. I have done different kinds of distances as well. As I said, I experiment in everything. And so I saw immediate results with the slow carb diet because I am a carb monster, I guess you could say, in terms of like sugar and cake and cookies and stuff. So cutting that out right away and being very consistent with it was good. Essentially, the slow carb diet is no white stuff. What does that mean? No flour, no rice, no sugar, no fruit. No fruit, and then eating very consistent meals, having protein, having lots of beans, fiber, things like that. And I definitely lacked fiber in my diet. It was a hell of a time introducing beans because I never really digested them well, and it's because of the enzymes that, I had a lot of antibiotics and stuff when I was a kid. And so that combined with like a really high wheat flour-based diet just threw my system off track, which I discovered over the years. So pretty much, the slow carb diet at first was kind of, there was a transition period for me because of my previous diet. And, it's eat 6 days clean with that list. And then the 7th day you can pretty much go, batshit crazy and eat whatever the hell you want. So at first I did that, but of course that's going to lead to a lot of fluctuations in sugar and stuff like that. So I kind of weaned off that, and I still ate, indulged on the 7th day on things that maybe I wanted, but I didn't go crazy anymore. Anyway, what happened was that in the process, we also read the 4-Hour Work Week, affected our life, changed our whole life. My husband and I, we just sold our stuff, quit our jobs. We actually moved from Toronto to Costa Rica. We just celebrated 2 years job-free, woohoo! And we live this internet lifestyle now, and it's amazing. So, kind of diet and training went on the back burner for a while as we continued to completely transform and change our life. And what happened was I noticed naturally, I started eating slow carb anyway. And on the most part, it was very similar to the slow carb diet that Tim Ferriss promotes. So I do think, this question is it healthy? I do believe so. Living in a hot country though, I've realized that I do need fruit once in a while, but probably not so much when I lived in Canada in the cold. I didn't really need to do that unless I really had like really intense training and sweat like crazy. Otherwise, not really necessary, because it does depend on your lifestyle and your level of activity, energy expenditure, things like that. And my energy expenditure has gone up in terms of just adjusting to the climate. You know, I never lived in a hot country before, so there was a period of adjustment there. But now, you know, I'm getting back into training. I just ran on the beach, and I'm getting back into doing TRX. You know, I love cross training, strength training, gymnastics rings, things like that. So I will be doing that. And I have also started eating a lot of cookies and cakes and stuff, lots of sugar, so I'm going to be cutting that out. But on the most part, I already eat slow carb. I have a lot of beans in my diet. I feel amazing. You know, I've actually never felt this good in my life. Funny enough, my allergies and my food intolerances went away since moving here, and I think that has a lot to do with the quality of food in Costa Rica. It's a lot more organic. I actually stay away from any kind of American brands or anything like that. I eat local as much as possible, and I just feel amazing. You know, the chicken here is the size of a regular sized chicken. It's not this beast, growth hormone filled monster. Things like that, right? So I feel amazing, and I am going to actually be documenting to see how, you know, how well I do, because I am going to start sticking to the slow carb diet again. I'm going to cut out all my my sugars and stuff. I'm going to see on the fruits. I may or may not put it in depending on how grueling my workouts are. So follow my journey. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, connect with me on Facebook, connect with our fan page, the Epic Duo. You know, we think that everyone should live an epic life, go after your dreams, because really anything is possible. So Katsapanta, Pura Vida.
I tell you is this, Costa Rica is where the home is. No matter what you do is so much fun. Enjoy the island in the sun. You can live on the beach and soak up the scenery, with exotic animals to see and coconuts to hold your dream. Costa Rica